Excuses are theirs in disguise, but I literally say it every day.
Answer back.
Coach Schramm always says that her biggest fear is being average, and my biggest fear is being forgotten. I feel like they're very similar.
You can't change what's already been done, but you can change what happens from here on out. Be better, because so many inspirational things are said at toes that one just can be applied to everything. So
your biggest fear shouldn't be losing. Your biggest fear should be being average.
I've learned how much I can endure. The first time I came and lifted at Premier, I could not plate push and I wanted to quit right after that. But now I'm significantly better at it, and it's still hard, but I didn't know how much I could push myself until I went through Premier.
I've learned that there's a whole other level in yourself after thinking that you want to give up.
That I can never get enough practice in because it's all important. That you have to be uncomfortable to be growing, because before I was complacent with where I was and happy with what I was doing. But when I came to Premier, I realized, and Coach Schramm made me realize by putting me in these situations and explaining it, that you have to be uncomfortable to grow as a player and to be better and make yourself better in those areas.
I've learned how to be a better role model since the younger kids look up to me.
I've learned how to apply mind over matter when there's a physical obstacle that I don't think I can get through.
How beautiful Coachy is. I'll just look at Kaylee and I would just, he's just so beautiful. I can't help it. Oh, and also what I'm doing after practice. What am I doing tonight? I don't know.
I always think, do I really smell that bad?
I think about being as fast as possible.
I hope I'm not handing too slow. I hope I don't drop a ball. Like when I hand to Coach Chad, he's always like, ball, come on. And when you drop it, he's like, give me another one. And you're like, I don't have another one.
I'm nervous about getting the balls on time. Like, am I too fast or am I too slow? Or I don't know. I'm just...
Usually what I think is when I go over to the coach, sometimes they start to talk to me, and all I just wish is that there's no small talk. I'm just there to hand. I don't want to talk. I just pray for that awkward conversation not to be there.
The one practice when I severely sprained my ankle, but 3 other people had got injured before me, so I couldn't leave because I was too afraid that I'd get in trouble for leaving. So I awkwardly stood up after falling terribly, and it's awkwardly existed through practice, trying to play volleyball, and it was the most awkward thing I've ever done because I was so uncomfortable and trying to hide how much pain I was in.
So one time I was talking to Allie, and I was gonna add my friend on Snapchat, and in the list of when you're adding, suggested people come up, and Coach Schramm was on that list, and I accidentally added Coach Schramm on Snapchat. But I blocked her so fast so that she wouldn't notice it, and my anxiety went up very high because I was so worried that she was gonna see it, and yeah, I added Coach Schramm on Snapchat.
I'm scarless because I wear the big girl knee pads on my knees, so then my knees don't get scraped at all.
I have this scar on my hand from Fight for It Friday when I went up against Allie and we reached for the same beanbag and she thought she could beat me.
Last time I hit the ground was probably Toki's year, so scarless.
Yes, I have scars all over my knees because everyone knows that I don't actually wear my knee pads on my knees.
One time I was really hustling to shag because we were really rushing, and so I ran over by the bleachers, and I don't know if I was reaching for the ball under the bleacher, but I had totally missed the sharp edge, and my shin just busted right into it, and I just bled straight down my sock, and I have this big chunk in my shin now. My favorite is the one with the little pink flower with the palm tree in the back with the beachy breeze and the music.
My favorite is the deer one with the little ears and flowers and little freckles, and it's a voice changer.
Of course, the B filter, because it goes buzz, 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 buzz.
I think it's a little bear because it has little ears right here, but it has these gold circle wire glasses, and it's a voice changer.
It makes you have big lips and big teeth. And you're like, hello!
It's the one that has like the light pink nose with the light pink fur ears, and it gives you like rosy cheeks and it changes your voice. It's a cat or a bunny, I'm not really sure, but it's cute.
The one where you open your mouth and like all the rainbow just like falls out and like your eyes are like really, really big. That's the best one. My name would be Meme because when I was at Tropical Smoothie, they literally spelled my name as Meme and they're like, I have a smoothie for Meme. And I was like, do you mean Emma? And they're like, Meme.
I would change it to something generic like Emily so I could find it on one of those personalized keychains when I was younger.
Grace, because it's unique and I think it's a blonde name.
Angela or Angie because it's such a beautiful name and it just suits my sister and we look alike, so I think it'd suit me too, and I really hope she says the same thing about my name. I would choose the name Rain because it's fresh and cool like me.
I wouldn't want to change my name because I have so many cool nicknames like Shelbosaurus, Shelbosaurus Rex, Mama Shelbs, Thank You 12s, and Thank You Sarah.
Waves by Kanye because it gets me pumped from the start.
Definitely the Gummy Bear song, like, oh, I'm a gummy bear.
My intro song would be Break Even by The Script because the lyric, I'm still alive but I'm barely breathing, really speaks to me and how I get through things that I don't think I can. For example, 6 50-second drills at workouts.
Workout by J. Cole because it's my favorite song and it gets me pumped up.
Welcome to New York by Taylor Swift because I'm moving there and it's really upbeat just like me.
My intro song would be Look at Me Now because the beat is super complex, just like me.
When you open a brand new pack of Sharpie markers, the big fat ones,
The smell of wood or wooden blocks because it brings me back to my childhood.
I have 8. Gasoline, Sharpies, Expo markers, rubber cement, the pages of books, new tennis balls, paint fumes, and wood chippings.
Nail polish and refinery because when I was little we would go to my grandma's house and that's what we would smell every time, so I just associate the two and I love it.
My favorite weird smell is like when you have a warm loaf of bread and you crack it open and you smell it and it's kind of like sourdough. That's my favorite.
Icy hot, tough skin, and then really, really old bugs.
Campfire and rubber cement.
It wasn't so much one thing, but it was a sequence of things. Coral, we have these whiteboards that we write on before practice with a prompt, a question. And every time she would write something about California, or she would call it Cali. So it would always be what do you want to do today? And she would say go to Cali. And it was always about California.
Last weekend in Chicago when Shelby ran a white and tripped over Kaylee and landed in the front row, we got the point and Shelby got up and was like, yeah!
We were at lifting and Caitlin sat on one of the medicine balls and popped it and fell 2 feet onto the ground and sat there in 3 minutes in complete shock and was unable to speak.
When Shelby fell and tripped over my foot running a white and face planted into middle front.
Go.
When Hannah did the WWE move on Angie for 5 Foot Friday that looked like this, right into the ground, and I thought she killed Angie. But then I thought, who's your guys' favorite twin now? So for lifting in red group, we had to run a 50-second drill, and we all had to make it or else we'd keep running, and Shelby was running it, and she literally threw herself across the end line to make it in time. It was like slow motion. It was pretty funny.
Whenever we're in warm-ups and we have to backpedal, someone always trips over their own shoe.
Coach Ben and counting.
Coach Ben, 18 O's? Mm-mm.
Definitely Coach Ben and the 18 O's.
Coach Ben and the O's on court 5 together.
Coach Ben in the 50-second drill.
Coach Ben and counting.
O's and Coach Ben.
I've decided to use an alliteration. Prompt, prepared, and positive.
For sure, the quotes, like be better and excuses are failures in disguise.
Time management, because I had a 2-hour drive to and from practice, so I had to learn how to use my time wisely and balance school and playing volleyball.
The emphasis on tradition and like how important all the little things are.
Definitely time management, because I used to be late to absolutely everything and I was never on time, and now I'm always early. So I think I'll carry that over in life.
We already have to do plate push, and Coach Brian decides to add either push-ups or straight leg sit-ups or sprints or speed squats.
So during a practice, Coach Schramm paused it and basically was pretty upset that the water bottle crates were overfilling with water bottles and someone had left a bench out. And then it got worse, and she told all the coaches to dump all the balls out of all the carts, and she goes, "Gym captains, clean them up." And me, Shelby, and Abby Ray got to clean all the balls up in the gym. So we've been having a couple bad weeks of plyos, and this week we had a really good one. We're like, yes, Coach Schramm's gonna be so proud of us. It was so good. Coach Brian's happy. But just so happened that Coach Chad was sitting by the concession stands counting every person that went to the bathroom. And that day, so many people went, like abnormally so many people. Even Sydney, who never goes during the warm-ups, was going to the bathroom. And they were just so mad at us because it seems like you're just skipping out, but I don't know, I guess a lot of people had to pee that day, and we did plank and pass for so long. It was so hard, and it just got so much worse.
It was our second tournament, and we were in Indianapolis, and the first day of play, we didn't do very well. So the second day, we're gonna get up early, we're gonna go down in the lobby, we're gonna be ready to go. And so we get down there at 7:40, and we think the coaches are gonna be down there soon because we need to walk over with them. We're laying there, and we're like getting tired, almost falling asleep. And then the coaches come down, and they start ripping our butts. They're like, "What are you guys doing? You guys need to be on the court." And they're like, "It's 7:40," and we're like, crap. So we like run to the place, and right as we're walking in over the intercom, this lady's like, "Premier 18 Onitsuka to your court for your reffing assignment." And it was just bad day. We finished, I think we lost both games that day. Wasn't good.
Okay, so like the biggest fear as a middle is to lose a joust in general, but like especially to a setter. You don't want to lose a joust to a setter. And this one time in Chicago, I went up for a joust with a setter and I lost. So that was bad enough. And I just hear out of the corner of my ear, I hear, "Better see you at optionals on Monday." And I was like, oh my gosh.
So I woke up on time one morning, on a tournament day, normal time, normal routine, and I went downstairs and ate breakfast at 6:30, and I opened a Snapchat from all my friends on my team, and I realized that Sydney was in her car, and so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm late. And so my mom was I was hyperventilating, and my mom goes, "Yeah, I thought it was weird you were eating breakfast at 6:30." And I just looked at her, I caught Coach Chad literally bawling my eyes out, and I was late to the tournament, and I sat out the first game.
When I'm not even in a conversation, I just go, "What? What?" What'd you say?
I'd have to say ugly hairstyles because this one time, Kenzie and Kaylee paid me $5 each to wear my hair really ugly to practice, and I did. My abnormal ribs that like stick out like a weapon, like they're almost like sharp.
They think I have an accent, and I don't. They think I say words weird, but I'm really saying them the same as them.
Mac and cheese, and clapping my hands and shaking my head when I'm mad.
I would definitely have to say Kenzie because she goes on the most adventures and takes the coolest pictures, and she has a nice aesthetic on all her pics.
Definitely the 12s because I love watching their musicals. They're so good.
Lexi Sauber because she edits her pictures in a way that she just looks so warm and glowy, like she'd been kissed by the sun like every day of the year, and I admire them.
Definitely the twins because they're so funny.
Ava Skenosha from the 12s because her posts are just like so out there and like really, really funny.
Well, besides myself, because I have a pretty cool Instagram, Angie's Finsta, which is a fake Instagram that she posts funny pictures on, and her captions make me laugh.
Why we can't get ball count right, it doesn't require any skill. Why we can't pass balls off the net. Why does Coach Brian only whisper and talk with his hands?
Are the dogs fed? What premier shirt am I wearing tomorrow? And what intern is going to get my Starbucks hot chocolate tomorrow?
1. How can I make Premier more organized? 2. What inspirational quote can I think of for tomorrow's practice? 3. How should I wear my hair? Ponytail, ponytail, or ponytail?
Is Coach Brian taking care of the dogs? Which craft am I going to have next for the broken kids? And which red or blue shirt am I going to wear tomorrow?
So I imagine she probably lays down like this and starts to be asleep, and then she's just like, did Brian feed the dogs? Did Chad put my luggage on the bus? What are we going to do for Fight for Friday?
Why we can't pass off the net? Do my dogs have their coats on? And are all the labels on all the bins straight and facing forward?
Okay, so I'm Allie Spewike. Coach Schramm! Why do you keep letting Coach Ben count? He doesn't know how to do it!
Coach Ben, you're literally so annoying!
Okay, I'm Allie. If you're not good at it, don't do it. It's that simple.
All right, this is Kenzie. He's literally so annoying. He never gets it right. He only does this because he knows it's the only way he's gonna win is if he cheats. I can't deal with him. I'm about to throw some hands.
I'm gonna be Angie. Coach Chad, he literally can't count. 2 + 2 is 4. What does he not understand about that? The score is wrong. Kenzie, he cannot count. Why can't he go? Coach Schramm, fix it. Why is he still counting? Get someone else to count.
I'm impersonating Allie. He's a grown man who can't count, Coach Schramm. He